Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. To throw, it's Breeze. It's 3rd down.
Complete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds, be able to get it up past the 45. A good pick up there at 22.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Breeze gets rid of it quickly out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Breeze to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Matt Breida on the
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
The ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They throw it out right complete, but he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ty Montgomery, 32 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
And that's another route the defenders will vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they sit out on the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
A pickup of 61 yards.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Parker the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Oh, this ball's tipped and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Dolphins nothing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
To Alvin Kamara.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Byron Jones.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many got.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That will be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
For the Saints.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Tua, a give. This is Howard. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by McCabe. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
For Jared Cook, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Emmanuel Sanders. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. The final shot before half for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
To kick off for New Orleans.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
A gain of 33.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Breeze now. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There are 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then two others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those, do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer and the easy answer should be no, right? With this kind of a start, they should be pretty well dead and buried. But I'm going to focus in on the Houston Texans because they've done it before. We've seen it, right? 1 year they started 1-2, won their division. 1 year they started 0-3, finished 11-5, and won the AFC South. So they have a history of slow starts, but they know how to turn things around. And when Deshaun Watson's playing quarterback, anything can happen.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Breeze now to throw. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Breeze again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd down and goal. Breeze. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. And some room to run now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
47-yard line. A gain of 15. And the Dolphins
on first down, here's Breida. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Craig Robertson in on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's got the first down here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now Breeze finding Kamara. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze's throw on target to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Breeze here finding Kamara. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. His throw incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Breeze to throw again. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. Out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And it goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got it at the 15. And for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 61 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's Alvin Kamara with a grab from Drew Brees. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. fourth.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that. They have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Back to throw is Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Camaro. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Working with a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Camara. And it's a room to maneuver. And he's in for a touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here.